these people that double-crossed you, betrayed you, ran out on you, cheated on you, whatever, right? Stole from you. They're aware they know it's bad, right? They're aware it's bad, but they do nothing about it. All right? They do nothing about it. They have a conscious awareness that it's a bad thing that they've done, but they continue to do nothing and nothing about it. Chosen ones, empaths, and all the genuine souls. I'm sure you've been in a position where you can't quite fathom how an individual or a group of people have oppressed you, have deceived you, have stole from you, have cheated from you, have financially abused you, or whatever they've done. Narcissist, psychopath, sociopath, whatever. You're thinking, oh my God, it's like trying to draw blood from a stone. Okay? They don't reciprocate you. They don't give you understanding. But let me make you aware. All right? They know every single human on this earth, I believe, has good in them. Even the most corrupted, demonic vessels that are in this world still have goodness in them. The difference between you and them is they're so afraid about their image. They're so afraid of what everyone will think. And that's what I was touching on in the recent video, the one before this one, about the cognitive dissonance. Okay? They have conflicting beliefs. Alright? They have conflicting beliefs and contradicting beliefs. That's what cognitive dissonance is. So they're aware that they're doing wrong. They know it's wrong. They're living a life to the people around them, whether this was a friend, romantic partner, colleague, associate, family member, all the rest. They're living a life where people wouldn't think they're like this. So every single day they have reminders of the shit that they done to you, the trouble they brought to you, the way they handled the situation was a petty thing to do. They're aware it's petty, okay? But they're so afraid of corrupting that image of that, like what they've built up and what they're portraying, that they're caught in the lie. They're caught in the trap, okay? That's the trap. They're in a trap, all right? And this is a demonic trap that they're in. Do you know how free you feel when you speak the truth? You know, when you speak your truth, when you express yourself, you feel so free. You don't feel constricted. They're very, very, very constricted. Okay? But they have a conscious awareness that what they're doing is wrong. They know right from wrong. Animals know right from wrong. Okay? What happens when a dog, you know, an older dog, maybe not a puppy, but a dog accidentally wheezes on the floor? Right? It's a random example, but I'm just saying, the dog, if you come home, the dog will look at you and it will know. Right? That's an animal. Alright? You're telling me that a narcissist, a sociopath, a psychopath that goes to all these conniving lengths to fuck people's lives up, excuse my language, doesn't have a conscious awareness that they're doing bad? Please don't believe what you're clinically told, like they have nothing there. Yes, the brain scan might show dark grey matter on their prefrontal cortex. It will show that if you look at it scientifically. You can look at it spiritually and understand that they could be vessels of demonic forces. But when you know that God is the supreme, all, most high, or source, or universe, or whatever you want to say, there is positive out there, there is negative. And everyone has a duality within them. Everyone has a duality within them. That's why oftentimes someone who's put through a lot of reactive abuse, right, or someone that's bullied, can lash out. What do you see in the States especially? You can all testify for this. A lot of these high school shooters that you see in the schools and everything, right? Sorry to touch on a sensitive subject, but I'm just going to bring it to your attention. A lot of them, if you dig deeper, they were bullied. Okay? I'm not justifying what they've done. What they've done is not called for. They lash out on people that are not even the bullies. You know, they go back to a school where they grew up in, and they lash out on a bunch of random kids. Right? It's even happening in England. There's a recent thing in England that happened. right? Where a guy went into a dance club or something, not an adult dance club, a kids gymnastics or dance club or something like that, and he lashed out on the children and the parents and stuff. All I'm saying is that's for a different reason. He wasn't bullied, I don't think, but I'm just saying sometimes people are pushed to different lengths, right? If the chosen one, the empath, the genuine soul, the unawakened soul, can, you know, act out a way because of reactive abuse, and you have a conscious awareness that that's bad, okay? It's against your nature to behave that way, all right? And you can still act bad. Then a narcissist, sociopath, psychopath, or anything can act good or can try to be good. The difference is for them to be good and repent sincerely, not to God, but even in their ways of being, even if they're not conscious of God. If they repent sincerely and turn back on the error of their ways, they know that their whole shit is messed up. Everything that they've built is messed up. Okay? It's easier for them to tell you you're the troublemaker. Make out you're the troublemaker. Make out you're the poison. Make out you're this. It's easier for them to do that because they've got so much to lose. You don't lose anything. Alright? This is what I need you to understand. You don't lose anything from these creatures. You're granted your freedom. You're blessed with your freedom. Alright? You're blessed with your freedom. You might say, oh, but they're blessed with their freedom. How are they blessed with their freedom? As I was touching on in earlier segments, they're constricted, they're restricted. They're wrestling this conscious awareness every day. They know what they're doing is bad. They know what they're doing is living a lie. So when they catch wind of you living authentically, doing your thing or anything like that, they want to cause trouble. Right? So they do feel bad. Alright? They feel bad for themselves. They know it's bad. Alright? They know it's bad. But the closest thing you're going to get to them actually changing their ways is only, which you've heard me touch on in older videos, is only because of their own situation and their current condition. And even that, their current conditions and situations, they portray like they're living the best life. Okay? Friends, romantic partners, family members, whoever this narcissist, sociopath or psychopath was in your life, they continue to portray themselves as if they're doing just fine. Really, they're struggling beneath the surface. They're struggling. Alright? So, the closest way that you're going to get them to change their ways, or even some of you have had apologies. Some of you have had, like, they know they've made a mistake and things like this, right? That's because of their current condition. And it's still what I'm saying on what the title was about they feel bad. They feel bad in their current state. Lack of supply, whatever it is, whatever the reasons are, narcissistic injuries, they feel bad in themselves. So that's why some of them turn their heels back. But still it's not sincere. Alright? Still it's not sincere. They don't ever turn back correctly. But they can. And some of you might call this like an angel that they have within them. Or God within. Or light. They have light. They just don't use it. And the further and further they go in the error of their ways, they're given chance after chance after chance after chance, you know, to change their ways. They don't do it. They don't change their ways. But just let me assure you that they know they've done bad. Okay? If a child can know they've done bad, if a dog or animal can know they've done bad, then narcissists, psychopaths, sociopaths and everything can know they've done bad. Okay? And it's not me humanizing them. They are humans. They are a creation in this world. They are a human. Right? But they're corrupted. Some say by demonic forces. Some say by this. Yes, they're corrupted. But what I'm trying to fill you in on this video is they have a conscious awareness. Alright? And this is the cognitive dissonance I was touching on in an earlier video if you want to check that out. They have the contradicting thoughts. They have the conflicting thoughts. And I know many of you don't believe in God and things like that, but these creatures are going to be held accountable afterwards. No one really everyone can speculate what we're here for and everything like that. But when you ask people, what's the meaning to life? They're like, what? They don't understand, right? No one really knows. You know what I'm saying? And this shows to me that everyone on earth has the chance to be good. You know what I'm saying? They have the chance to be good. Everyone has a chance of change, to correct themselves. Okay? I don't want any of you feeling sorry for a narcissist, thinking, oh God, they're sick, poor them, or feel bad for a psychopath or a sociopath. Feel bad, like they know it's bad what they're doing. It's why they don't promote it. Okay? And if they do promote their, toxic behavior, it's only like it's a jab at you. It's like a stick to you, because they were trying to live a life or live by rules that they don't want to live by, But still, if they don't want to live by these rules, they're aware it's bad. They know that you were telling them the truth. They know that you were saying the right way to be. They know that. Friends, family members, colleagues, associates, they know. Okay, whoever this was that you were dealing with in your life, whatever narcissist, sociopath, psychopath, toxic individual, they know. Okay? I just need you all to understand that. Don't feel sorry for them. Okay? There's still a whole debate whether they're born this way, whether they're made. There's still a whole debate about that. But everyone I know, can change. Everyone has a chance to change. Because I've spoken to many people that have been in difficult childhoods, difficult this. You've heard me say it before. They change. They rise above it. They do better. Okay? So what I'm saying is, whether you believe that narcissists and psychopaths and stuff were sent here as evil, okay, they still have an awareness within them. I believe everyone's got a test to become the best version of yourself, and they're aware they're doing bad, and they're not doing anything to try and perfect themselves or build themselves up or elevate or anything like that. They're just hiding their mess that they made. This is what narcissists, sociopaths, and psychopaths do. They manipulate, they're deviant, they're secretive, they hide this, just like a dog or an animal makes this mess and, tries to hide it, or tries to do it in a place, but they know they've done wrong and you can just tell, So don't ever believe anyone telling you that they don't know they've done wrong, or they don't have, I talk about them being lower life forms, less comprehension, all of that. Yeah, that's true, but they have the awareness. Okay, they know they're doing wrong. However much of a fragment that is, a particle, a small part, they have some conscious knowing, and it's something you've got to know for your healing journey. So anyway, thanks for listening today. If you'd like to donate or support to the channel, you can. If you'd like to book a session, one-to-one session with myself, you also can. Check out the spiritual channel for more content, and I'll be back on our video soon. Peace.